Sometimes there's a man, he's the man for his time and place. He fits right in there. And that's the dude.
Hello there, boys and girls, fellow tax slaves. Another day in America. You know, everybody's complaining about, prices going up and all, and you hear people say Bidenflation, and other people could say it was Trump. And, well, these boys are puppets. And the real strings are at the Federal Reserve. Nobody even thinks about it. But, around here, we got the city of Camden raising rates and all. And we got county council raising taxes and all this. And nobody ever mentions that it's the Federal Reserve that's causing all this. I mean, yeah, sure, that it allows the federal government to spend unlimited amounts of cash, but it's like stealing candy from a baby. I mean, they're addicted to this stuff. They're addicted to the Federal Reserve, have been since 1913, and especially since, August 15th, 1971, when Tricky Dicky took us off the gold standard. But everywhere you go, people are complaining about the government's doing this and doing that and raising taxes and everything, but they have to raise taxes because they got to pay same high prices that are caused by the government spending. And then to top it off, with this fractional reserve lending system that we have, when you borrow, let's say $100,000 for a house, well, that money is created out of thin air. They give you a check and you deposit it, and it creates it out of thin air. And then they can lend that out. I don't even think there's a reserve anymore. It used to be 10%. That'd be $90,000 that is created out of thin air, and then it just repeats and repeats. And a $100,000 loan end up being $1 million created out of thin air. Same thing with governments. Like when county council borrows $10 million or $17 million, you gotta love these damn roads that the government gives you. They can't even build a good road. They can't maintain a good road. But it's like when the county borrows $17 million, and that money's created out of thin air. These bonds, that's just paper, and then they create digits at the bank. So it's not just the Federal Reserve, it's the fractional reserve lending system. It's all debt-based. And so now we're in this phase. It's been over 100 years since 1913, when this fiat currency is kind of like a turd in a toilet. It's just floating around in there, and then when you flush that toilet, the thing goes round and around and around, and it speeds up as it goes down. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that turd's getting ready to disappear. Now, I don't know how long they can hold it out. They say they're fighting inflation with a little bit incremental little increases in interest rate, overnight rates. 75 basis points here, 50 basis points there. Well, that's not going to do anything. They're printing money hand over fist. And to think that they're not trading in stocks, you're crazy. They got all kinds of ways to buy stocks behind the closed doors and all. It's unbelievable. So what's the answer? Well, we got to get away from the Federal Reserve. Repudiate all their debts. Repudiate all. It's created out of thin air. It's created out of nothing. And the whole world's awash with it. With the International Monetary Fund and Bank of International Settlements, and all the other central banks doing the little dance. So now we're going to pay the price. See, we don't get to print money. We got to damn earn money. And earn money that ain't worth shit. And it's getting worth less and less every day. It's going to come a time when you're going to want to get paid every hour so you can go buy something before the price goes up. Be the Weimar Republic all over again. Look at what's happening in Venezuela. Look at all these places. All the other currencies are falling around. That's why the dollar is getting stronger. But every time the dollar gets stronger, that makes it harder and harder for the other countries to pay their debt, which is denominated in dollars. So then here comes the IMF, the international mafia, to come in and offer them more debt. This is the way they take over resources. This is the way they take over countries. And the CIA and all them working around the clock to create and foam all this divide and conquer here in the United States. And as times get tougher, yeah, that's what's going to happen. They know what they're doing. They practice this for decade after decade after decade. But as far as your local government, these fools don't understand anything but debt. Debt puts a millstone around us all. And we're living in a debt-based system. So, what's the answer? Get out of that debt-based system. At least use cash. Use cash everywhere you can, because they want to track, trace everything that you do. Every transaction. They want to be able to cut you off. Quit using your debit card. Quit using. Try to get away from the banks as much as possible. And damn sure don't go in debt. That's what they want you. That way one day you'll wake up and own nothing and be happy. Anyway, something else to think about. Till next time.